Let's be absolutely honest. Trading is all about being lucky. If you're a lucky person and you're right more often than you're wrong, you will make money. If you're a lucky person and your profits are just simply bigger than your losses, you will make money. It's basically like a casino. You never know whether you make money or not, but if you're lucky, you will. The only difference is that when you go to a casino, the odds are already against you. There is always a higher chance that you will lose money and that you will leave the casino with less money than you started with. When it comes to trading, it's the exact opposite. As long as you have a proper trading strategy, the right expectations, and also a solid mindset, the odds are in your favor and there is a higher chance that you will make money. Last week, inside of the Elite program, we made a cumulative profit of 60%. What did we do? Nothing. We literally did nothing and made a profit of 60%. Let me quickly explain how we did it. It's very simple and straightforward. First of all, both of those trades, which made us those significant gains, we did not enter those trades last week. Last week, we did not enter any single trade. We did not manage a trade. We did not exit a trade. We are still in both of those positions, and we entered those positions roughly 2 months ago. You can see the first position last week, right here you can see week, made us a profit of roughly 36%, and the second trade, a profit of 23%. Pretty simple and straightforward. Now, as I mentioned, we are still in those trades, so I cannot share the exact setups with you because this is, of course, part of the Elite program. But what I can share with you were the reasons for why I decided it's good to enter those positions exactly 2 months ago. Now, position and trade number 1 looked like this. We had a simple overall uptrend. We were creating higher highs and higher lows all the time. Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Then I simply drew a trend line on the chart, connecting all the significant lows and also a trend line connecting all the significant highs. So it was obvious that this asset, this stock, was trading in a channel. And then what I was simply waiting for was a break and retest. We had a break above this previous high, followed by a retest, and then I simply went down on the smaller time frames, was looking for confirmation exactly inside of this area, and then I entered a long position. It's very simple. I had my stop below this previous low, and I was simply targeting a new higher high and the top of the channel. It took a couple of weeks for this setup to reverse, but since we already had the bullish confirmation on the smaller time frames, it was quite obvious that we will most likely eventually see a reversal. Again, it all comes down to probabilities playing out. And last week, we then had a significant push towards the upside, and our trade made us a profit of plus 23%. And again, as I mentioned, we are still in this trade. We now took partials, but we're always letting a rest of the position run. Setup number 2 was also pretty simple. Right here, we did not have a clearly defined uptrend, but you can see setup number 2 looked a little bit like back and forth. Nobody knows what will happen. The only thing which I was really paying attention to on this second setup was a horizontal support and resistance level. We basically had a first rejection here, then we again came back to retest this previous support, had another rejection and breaking the previous high, which just showed me that we do have a bullish market. Still, it does not have clear uptrend structure, but since we created a higher high, it's still somehow a bullish market. And then we once again came back, channeling down to this previous support area. We entered a buy position because we had this confirmation on the smaller time frames. It also took a couple of weeks for this setup to reverse because, of course, we're taking those trades on the higher time frames. But then last week we had earnings coming out, and you can see that with this trade we made a profit of roughly 37%. Pretty simple. We had our stop below the previous low, and we were just targeting the previous highs. Again, we are also still in this position. Partials are taken, but of course we're letting the remaining position run. I have to be honest, of course, those crazy weeks, they happen every once in a while, but they do not happen on a weekly basis. It all comes down to probabilities playing out. Sometimes you're having great weeks, a couple of great weeks in a row, but every once in a while, that's also just part of trading. You will also have a losing week As long as your winners are bigger than your losses, you will make money. And that's the beauty of trading the higher time frames, of keeping your long-term vision and just having the proper and the right expectations when it comes to trading. If you want to follow along with all the trades I take on a day-to-day basis, you can just go ahead and click the first link in the description, head to basictrading.net and sign up for the Elite Trader program. Again, you do get lifetime access because this ensures that you will stick to trading long-term, and trading is meant to be a long-term business. It's certainly not a get-rich-quick scheme. If you have this mentality, then do not join the Elite Trader program because it's about long-term consistency and long-term profits. You can also go ahead and sign up for my free trading newsletter. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section down below. I really appreciate every single question, every single comment. And with that being said, I'll see you next week, and very important, keep your long-term vision.